What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update on my DEGENZ. Hey, glad to be back. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So we got DEGEN here on the weekly chart. Man, we had this breakout. We had this, breakout and just sucked right back down. Kind of, kind of sad. Honestly, kind of sad. It's like, okay, here you go, and then no. So does it fit the course and par of crypto? Of course it does. Of course it does. We're at a level now where I'll get into the daily. I'll get into the daily chart, but you're still just bouncing. You're just bouncing down through here, staying down below your moving average. There isn't even a requirement to get overbought for DEGEN. You don't even need to get overbought. This 51 level is where this last price action went up to that 8 cent mark or whatever. No, not even 8 cents, an eighth of a cent. So once we get through this moving average and breakthrough, I'm going to look to adjust it or just make an alternate little sell side wall, because obviously there's a sell side wall somewhere. We got to find it. But this is just. You're above it on the weekly. You're still below the zero. There's not much information to go off of. If we're being honest, look at this crap. Look at this crap. We've been going down for a while, and it's, there's not there's not a lot of information through here. So we'll disregard this on the weekly at least. We're going to go into the 4-day. We're going to go into the 4-day. The 4-day has a little bit more to offer. You're rejecting this moving average. Not a great sign. Possibly can get back oversold now. All right, when you come up and reject moving average, more than likely you're going to try to get oversold. Do we have any bullish divergence? No, because we got lower closes. I'm pretty lenient on wicks, but closes can't have lower closes. Right, invalid setup now. This 1-2 setup's invalidated. So now we're looking for, if this is invalidated, we're looking, let's get some price action. Let's see what we're doing. All right, if that is invalidated, yeah, that just looks, honestly, so if we do, what else does that, that kind of aligns with that, right? Kind of want to align it with that. There we go. A sell side wall, possibly, right there. Where else did we hit it? Then you're not even aligned through right here. You got to align through. You got to align everything, right? Somewhat. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to have an idea of what's going on. There we go. Sell side wall, the last 2 wicks. Does this come down through the end of January? I just covered TARS AI, and that has a breakout, an inflection point like we've had many times on DEGEN. Next week, I was expecting, at this point in time, the small cap alts to run a little bit later, maybe March, bottom in December, figure something out in December. This does look like it wants to go lower, though. This does. This looks like it wants to go lower. The fact that, this now looks like almost a, realistically, you're looking like a, some type of 1-2, and you have like your A, B, C for your third wave. You come down for your fourth, and then your 1, 2, 3, come down for your fourth, come up for a fifth. It looks pretty much done. It looks close to being done. If you want to say, this is your 1-2, you have your A, you have your B wave, and you have your C wave. No, because you got to get higher than that. That's the thing. That's why I use this as the C for your third wave. All right, so you have your 1-2, you have your A, you have your B, you have your C. Come down, and then you start all over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you go. We'll put some fibs on here. Check it out. Check the idea out. Let's see if it works. Overall, it's just like TARS AI. This is extremely bearish. This pattern, right, an ascending wedge, you're kind of just grinding up, waiting to get rejected. Where'd this get up to? 1272. Yeah, at least you're trying to at least get to the 1. Overall move to the 1618. That'll take you to a negative price action. You know, have we already come down here? We haven't come down to the 0.0006 yet. Haven't done that yet. We've taken out this low. Right, we've taken out this low. So it's valid already. It's valid. You know, if we use this, right, if we use this overall, something like this, oh, we can come down through here. That's at 0.5. I mean, it's all negative. It got so sold off. We'll bring this back. It gets kind of confusing. Negative, a bunch of negative again. Bunch of negative. We'll take this. This will give us some reasonable data to go off of. I mean, most of it's still negative. That's still crazy. That's the way DEGEN has been. You know, it's in terms of this for a 1-to-1. It's not a 1-to-1. That's for sure. It's not a 1-to-1. That's for sure. You know, this still does look like when we're looking at this. You know, you look like you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-wave move up, and then you got some sort of you know, your 1, 2, like I was talking about, your A, B, C for your third, come back up for your fourth, you're coming down for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, and that would give you a 3. That would give you a 3, 3, 5. I mean, 3 or 5, 3, 5. I'm sorry, 5, 3, 5. 5 down, 3 up, 5 back down. I drew that so lazily, and you know, that's what you're looking for. From this to there. Finally did something where you didn't go negative. Let's do that. Let's just do this. 1, 2 down 3 here. There we go. Where are we at right now? 1209. You've already passed that. Did we maybe want to use this low? Because we did take this high, so we can't go back. We can't go backwards and take that low. That doesn't seem right. You know, 1025. That's right there. How much more do we have? 1025. Do we have that? We need to put this on the weekly. Wait, am I tripping? Is that on the weekly? Yeah, wait, what was I using? I was using the 4-day. Haha, that's why. Yeah, put these on the 4-day. That makes sense. So what happens when I take a hiatus? Let's. I mean, then that almost takes that low out. I mean, technically it could go lower than that. It's at the 2618 of that move. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I moved this over just because it didn't break out. It rejected, so I'm not just going to leave it there. It didn't break out. It rejected once again. You're still going to have, you know, your fake outs or whatever on the daily and even smaller time frames. It's going to show. I mean, it's right there once again, at least on the daily. If it closes here on the daily, I mean, what is tomorrow, holiday? No, tomorrow's not the holiday. So the 1st will be the holiday. It's right at that previous area we marked. 1140. It's a tenth. 1148. 1148. So we definitely have some levels to the upside. This 1.5 level, we really needed to get up and close. We tried to back test right here. We just could not hold it. You know, it's a big deal. This 1.5 level, really got to get back above it. I like the idea of, you know, cupping into resistance, but at some point you got to get out and then back test, right? You can't just keep, because at some point you're going to get a harsh rejection. Pardon me. Something like this, how we were kind of trying to cup, we're trying to cup, then boom, just rejected. So, you know, these look good while they're happening, right? You're trying to break out, but you couldn't. Looking for something like this. This would be nice. How you cupped, and then you broke out. So that's kind of the idea right now. You've cupped into resistance. Not as far. We need to get up. We need to get up through here, then go. So, yep, that's what I got for DEGEN, at least on the daily. It's at a decision point. There's bullish divergence everywhere. There's been bullish divergence everywhere. Nothing new there. You are below the 0 on the MACD. It looks like it wants to cross, but you know, it's actually doing fairly well compared to everything else. I like DEGEN. I think DEGEN has a lot of potential, but right now, you know, you've gotten over this sell side wall. You're kind of going sideways. You're about to interact with the moving average on the RSI. You've kind of broken out, and this is updated too, so you've kind of broken out again, right? Do we do something? $24 million asset, a 10x from here would take us to $240 million, and it'd take us to 1 cent. I think there'd be a lot of happy people who watch this because we're in for pretty dang low. That's for dang sure. So 1 cent is a lot, right? I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, but that's what tracking these every day does. It sets you up for solid positions, because I do think, you know, at some point this thing is going to go bananas. It's been oversold for a long time. It's, you know, this weekly candle is a little doji. Do we finally get something? We'll see. Overall, that's what I got for DEGEN. If you're interested in the Discord, it's free. I do chart updates on there, and they're randomized. But if you're a member, you know, you can ask for chart updates, requests, and I can get into it. Key levels to get over, and you don't have to wait for videos. All that is in the description below. There's a lot more other perks, but you know, either way, I enjoy you stopping by. As always, take it easy. Peace.